Miller School of Medicine selected to become the second U.S.-based host for Neuralink's clinical trials, and the Miami project to cure paralysis is hoping it can help with the scientific breakthrough. Local 10's Terrell Fournay live now in Miami tonight with more on this new brain chip. Terrell.
Yeah, Calvin, the ability to control external devices just by thinking may sound like a fantasy far into the future, but that is a very real technology that exists today, and South Florida is helping to take shape. You can call it brain science at its best.
It's a really big deal.
Neurosurgeons in Miami are on the cutting edge of a big breakthrough in technology.
This device that Neuralink has made is really state-of-the-art.
Neuralink is the high-tech company backed by billionaire businessman Elon Musk.
And this is for our first product, which is called telepathy, which enables you to control a computer or a phone just by thinking.
The program is designed for patients with paralysis. Neuralink selected the Miami School of Medicine as its second site to conduct clinical trials on the innovative idea.
The device or implant is surgically placed onto the surface of the brain. There are wires or very fine electrodes, a fraction of the size of a hair, that are implanted onto the cerebral cortex or the surface of the brain.
It's a delicate procedure that could allow paralysis patients to even play video games by just thinking of their actions. The chip, inserted by neurosurgeons and with the help of a robotic arm, uses electric signals to learn the thinking habits of its host and to transmit that data via Bluetooth to another apparatus like a mouse or a phone, allowing the simultaneous movements. The technology could signal a major stride for people like Mark Bonicatti.
We hope this represents another important avenue to finding solutions for the millions living with paralysis.
We're talking about a very small piece of equipment.
The actual implant itself, I would tell you, is somewhere between a quarter and a silver dollar in terms of its diameter.
The trial is aimed at ensuring the technology is safe and effective.
It sounds like we are in the future.
I would agree.
All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory as always goes out to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rukaha Kodash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners. All right, so there you have it. You know, this devil, Salakia, this devil knows that his time is running out. But at the same time, they think that they're going to fulfill these things that they're planning, right? But this is 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil," and that's speaking of the so-called white race, you know, the Edomites. That's their true biblical name. You know, they're descendants of Esau, and they're Edomites, right? Edom, right? They're the devil that the Bible speaks of. And they look to devour you people, right? So it says be sober and vigilant, you know, vigilant meaning to look, you know, to update yourself on what's going on, you know, to be current, you know, to not be ignorant to his devices. And it says, as a roaring lion walking about seeking who you may devour. And why I read this is because not even the disabled, you know, the ones without moving limbs, such as legs and arms, you know, pretty much targeting the ones that don't have any functionality in their arms or legs. These devils are not leaving them out. It's not just about giving them functionality online with their brain and games and stupid shit like that. It's really to have control over these individuals as well, you know, and give them the access to the one world government, one world currency, you know, so they can buy and sell with the C-hip in their brain, which is the Neuralink, right? That's part of their agenda. Right. So this is Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and it says, "Lest Satan should get advantage of us." And the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, Satan, is the so-called white man. You know, they are Satan in the flesh, pretty much. You know, they are devices of Satan as well. You know, so to speak. You know, carrying out evil devices on you people, right? And it says, "Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So you're supposed to be vigilant, you know, and aware and sober, so you're not ignorant, so you're not caught off guard by his devices and his schemes. You know, but we know the elect will not be deceived. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 24, and it says, "For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets," which Elon Musk can fall into that. You know, these Edomites, you know, they promise you these things, you know, with what the end of it is destruction. You know, there's no salvation or no prosperity at the end of what they promise. So it says, "For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets, and shall show great signs," Neuralink, "and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." But it's not possible to deceive the elect. So you just gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, that you're numbered amongst the elect, that these things don't catch you, you know, these things don't deceive you. You know, pray that you're in a spirit of being circumspect and being faithful to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not faithful to this world, right? Because he's gonna be there posing as help. That's what these Edomites do. You know, they package the Neuralink in a way where, yes, it's very beneficial, seems very beneficial to the disabled, the fully disabled body, people that can't use their hands or arms. I mean, sorry, their hands or legs, Slovakia, and give them that hope, you know, that false hope, really just trapping them into the one world government. You know, that framework of the sea hip. You know, Revelation chapter 13, right? But he is speeding up his agenda, his plan. You know, these devils are working overtime, you know, through the spirit. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has them moving faster. You know, Neuralink is, I think, recently scheduled to be in Canada. You know, they're building facilities in Dallas, the main headquarters and stuff like that. They've done numerous trials and stuff like that. So it's coming together. And you also have a next one called Synchron, which is pushed by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. And that one as well is very low key because it's not really pushed as much as Neuralink, right? But it's much, not to say much more, but it's very advanced as well with the functionalities and what it offers. But again, don't be deceived. It's really just to incorporate the disabled people into the one world government so that they can buy and sell as well, and they can be controlled. You know, because this man wants to be like God. You know, that's his spirit. So this is Revelation chapter 13, and this verse 13. Actually, let me start at 16. And it says, "He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, which is the RFID, CHIP, you know, which they have in the society of Sweden, you know, that part of Europe. They have that already implemented, and that's what's coming to the West, you know, to the to, when I say West, it's coming to Babylon, coming to America. And, once America is doing certain things, the whole world follows. It becomes like a world order, and that's what it's going to be, for a short time, right? Jacob's trouble, everything is going to fall at the same time, right? And, Yahweh Shai, and the angels will come to destroy this wicked queendom. And it goes on to say, again, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So the foreheads is talking about Neuralink, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? So you're not going to be able to function how you're functioning now in this world in the times to come, because without those devices being implanted in your hand or in your head, you won't be able to continue the life that you're living now. However, the elect will have a spirit to lean on Yahweh Shem Shai, to have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, and not care about the things of this world, and just go out on faith, and that's the spirit that we hope we stay in. At least I know I stay. I hope I stay in that spirit in the times to come, because it's a time that has never been. We've never pretty much experienced anything of that magnitude. As the scriptures say, it's a time that never been. A very terrible time that's coming up. The MOTB, Jacob's trouble, World War III. All of these things are going to happen simultaneously, right? The deliverance, the strangeness of our salvation. It's going to be a lot of close calls, Men are going to be beamed up right as it could be a bullet flying at you, at your head. Men are getting beamed up, buildings are falling, big bricks, big stones, foundations from buildings, metals, steel falling from everywhere, flying everywhere, and you're getting saved, out of those type of situations. That's the type of thing that's coming. They have movies that depict these things. But let me finish this. So verse 18 says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, his number is 666. And the thing is, when you go into the word mark, before I close, the word mark, and this is a different mark than Ezekiel. This is a mark, a physical mark, and this mark is
Strong's G 5480, Charagma.
charagma, right? An imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And there's many Antichrists. Elon Musk himself is an Antichrist, but he's not the Antichrist. There's many. Mark branded upon the horse, thin carved, sculpture, graven work. When you go into that root word, this is karax.
Strong's G 5482, Charax.
Right. So it says a pail, a stake, right? A sharp instrument like a syringe, which was used for the RFID that is implanted in the hand, right? But what I want to get here is grapho. This word grapho.
Strong's G 1125, Grapho.
So let me get to the second example. It says to write with reference to contents of writing, to express in right, to commit writing, things not to be forgotten. Write down, record, right? So things like your medical history, your bank account, your date of birth, your address, you name it. All of these things are going to be on these devices, in these devices, And this is the grapho, it's referring to that, you know. It's really beautiful how Yahweh Shemel Shai has all of these things laid out through the spirit, you know. Karagma, Karax, and Grapho, all those words are the things that are being taken place are the things that are taking place right now. You know, and through the spirit it's already there. You know, that's why you have to go into words. You have to study these things, and that's what the teachers, you know, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? Because someone is right and somebody's wrong, you know? And there are definitely people, different Israelite camps that don't push the 100% truth. You know, it's very tainted because they're not studying, they're not going into the words in the way that they should. You know, they're stuck on old things. You know, they're stuck on following men that are not teaching the truth in sincerity. Right? So yeah, this devil is speeding up his agenda, you know, his plans to implant people with the brain C-hip, the Neuralink, the BCIs, brain computer interfaces, RFID chips and stuff like that. We're coming to that time, and as this man in the video mentioned, like, these things are very futuristic, and he says the future is now. And that's the things we like to hear, because according to prophecy, this is one of the very last prophecies, right? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rukahakwada Shalom.